Okay, moving on to news from Jammu and Kashmir. Counting is still underway in the local body polls, and early trends have indicated that the Gupkar alliance is leading in 73 out of the 193 seats, and the BJP is leading in 50. As a precautionary measure, internet services have been snapped in South Kashmir. This, of course, is the high-stake election because it's the first election results in Jammu and Kashmir since the dilution of Article 370. Sohail joins us for more on this. Sohail, what are the latest trends indicating in Jammu and in the valley, and the significance of what these trends indicate?
Well, it shows that, the latest trend shows that PAGD across Jammu and Kashmir is leading on almost on 80 seats now, and on 56 seats it's BJP which is leading. But the process of celebrations have started across Kashmir Valley. If we talk about Srinagar, in fact, outside the SKICC where votes are being counted for DDC candidates, the celebrations have already started. The workers of various political parties have gathered outside the SKICC and they are actually celebrating the victories because 3 candidates from have been so far, they have been declared as the winners out of the 14 candidates from Srinagar district itself. So thereby, for the process of celebrations have started from Srinagar itself in the Kashmir Valley, and these are the first teams from Srinagar. But overall trends show that People's Alliance for Gupkar Declaration is leading on several seats, and it has now gone up more than 80 seats. So this is something which shows that if we look at the trends, it shows that PAGD may have a higher upper hand on these polls, as elections have been conducted in Jammu and Kashmir for the first time after abrogation of Article 370, and the People's Alliance for Gupkar Declaration candidates were seeking votes from people that they will fight for the restoration of Article 370. So it's a litmus test for the political parties in Jammu and Kashmir, though Congress hasn't gained well if we look at the leading trends. And the central leadership of Bharatiya Janata Party was more busy with the elections, with the campaigning in Jammu and Kashmir. But it's the grassroots level workers who have actually campaigned and worked tirelessly for the candidates of People's Alliance for Gupkar Declaration, as main leadership has always alleged that they were not allowed to move freely to campaign for their candidates on the pretext of the security reasons. Back to you.
Right, so he'll stay with us. Now, of course, you were saying it is the party workers who've been working very hard on the ground, unmindful of their own safety. Interestingly, even as the Gupkar alliance is leading, we've seen Mehbooba Mufti claim that the BJP was trying to manipulate the results of these polls. But officials on the ground speaking to Times Network have denied all charges, saying that this election has maintained absolute transparency.
There are officials from Jammu region who have given the statement that on ground there is a transparency. Yes, indeed, there is immense deployment of the officials who are monitoring this whole process. There is deployment of the security personnel to ensure that there is nothing, there is no problem related to law and order. But what we get to know from our sources is many leaders of People's Democratic Party, including 3 main leaders, have been detained, and police sources say that this is actually one of the preventive measures that have been taken by the administration along with the Jammu and Kashmir police. So thereby, Mehbooba Mufti on the detention was alleging that it's the process of the Bharatiya Janata Party to suppress to the political party. In fact, they are trying to manipulate this whole poll process. They are actually attempting to rig the polls, which in fact is not true, because so far there has been nothing. In fact, PDP candidates are also winning, not only in Kashmir, in fact in Jammu as well. So it shows that her allegations may be in the backdrop of the detention of the PDP leaders, but on ground there is deployment of the top officers from the administration who are actually monitoring this whole poll process. And in fact, inside the counting centers, there are agents of the political parties who are keeping an eye on this whole process, how votes are being counted, and no chance for any manipulation.
Well, certainly, Sohail, thanks so much for joining us. Irrespective of the results, certainly this is a huge victory for democracy. We've seen the number of people come out, cast their vote in these polls, and we keep a close eye and keep bringing you updates on the early trends and results.